I've got with me Karun Nair, India's only second triple centurion in Test cricket. Great to have you with us, Karun. Hope you're doing well.
Thank you. I'm good. How are you, Chandresh? Long time no see.
Very long time, very long time.
Yeah.
Karun, let's start at the beginning of your first class career, 2013-14. You had an outstanding debut season. You became part of the team that won the Ranji Trophy and the Irani Cup titles, and you hit three successive Ranji Trophy hundreds, including the quarterfinal and semis. Did
Yeah.
you feel that you had the perfect start to your career at that time?
Honestly, yes, because I'd been part of the Ranji Trophy setup for the previous 2 years also. So it was a matter of time for me to get the opportunity, and I was eagerly waiting for this opportunity because every year in year out I was scoring in the under 23s and under 22s to get into the Ranji team, but I wasn't getting a place in the 11. So I was just preparing myself um, to any situation that I got if I got a chance. And I think that 2 years of waiting helped me when I really actually got the chance, so that I could see the positives and the negatives that the others were doing or executing in the middle, and I could sit down and think about what I would do in those situations. So I think those 2 years of me watching the other senior players play in the Ranji Trophy helped me when I got the chance, and I was really like you said, it was the perfect beginning to my first class career. I wouldn't after the first two games I wouldn't have imagined myself ending the season with three consecutive hundreds and having three titles under my belt.
Those three consecutive hundreds when you hit, what was going, were you in the best phase of your batting form, according to you?
See, like I said, year in year out, I was scoring a lot of runs in the age group level. So when I was coming into the team in the Ranji Trophy, I was coming, on the back of scoring runs and being in form and having a positive outlook on batting, on my batting. So um, the same with the year that I made my first class debut. Also, I got about two hundreds in the under 25. That year it became under 25. I got 200s and I was in the league team. So it was about me making sure that when I went in, got the opportunity. Obviously, the first two games didn't go how I had planned. I got in the first game I got a start and then got out. In the second game, I threw away my wicket, and then all the sorts of doubts start creeping in, and will I get another opportunity? And thankfully, we I got a third opportunity, and I was able to convert that start into 100. And yeah, like I said, at that time I was batting really well because I had got runs under my belt in the age group level. But having said so, going into Ranji Trophy first time, to adjust to first class cricket wasn't easy. But I was really happy that I was able to get my first 100 in the third game itself.
And to hit a six to help win the Ranji Trophy for Karnataka after 15 years, how big a feeling was that?
It was amazing feeling. I think I had Manish batting alongside me, and we just kept speaking about how we should be there till the end. We should be the ones finishing it off because you don't get those kind of opportunities very often to score the winning runs and lift the title for your team and take out the stump. So I wanted to make sure that I was there doing that for the team after I think a lot many years that Karnataka was winning the Ranji Trophy. So I wanted to make sure, and it was my debut year. It was something special for me, something that not many people are lucky enough to be in those situations. So really felt fortunate to be in that situation.
The following year, you did one better. You scored 328 in the Ranji Trophy final against Tamil Nadu, and you became only the second player from Karnataka to score a triple hundred and the first batsman to score a triple hundred in Ranji Trophy final since 46-47. How big a moment was that?
See, that season was a totally different season to the previous because I started off the Ranji Trophy this time. In that second season, I was someone that everyone suddenly looked up to score runs in the middle order, and that didn't quite work out the way that I would have liked through the league phase because I was getting starts in every game almost, and then not able to convert those starts, and that pressure kept building on and on and on, and as we got to the um, I think the knockout phases, I had only 150 under my belt, and in the semis, I got a 49 not out where we got all out for 200 against Mumbai, and I was just left scratching my head, thinking what would I have to do to score some runs or get some 50s or hundreds, and so when I got that opportunity in the final, again we were in a tough situation. We were 30 for 4. Rahul he went opening, he got injured. Then we lost a couple of wickets. We sent in a night watchman with in Mithun. So when I went in, we were like 30 for 4, and we had to play out the day. I think we had few overs left in a final, crucial game, pressure situation. So it was, the perfect moment for someone to stand up and score. And I'm really happy that, I was able to make that opportunity count and um, get that big one. And once, like I said, once I got to 100, the hunger uh, that kept building throughout the season of not getting runs, that kept growing and growing and growing. And this was a perfect opportunity on such a good wicket, such a good batting wicket to go out there without. After we got the lead, there was no pressure. It was about extending that lead and keep batting however long we wanted. And the coaches, Jack sir and Max sir, kept backing us throughout the season, saying that we need to play positively and how we should be aggressive and all that. So I think as a team we were playing really good cricket at that moment, and I was happy. Um, I was able to, along with Rahul, to stitch a huge partnership. We batted around 2 days, I think, and we didn't lose a wicket for 2 days, and that was something we never. I, for once, at least didn't imagine myself batting for so long, and I was able to do that.
You clearly love batting with Rahul because 2 years, three about a couple of years later, both of you were batting again, but this time for India at Chennai,
Yeah.
and you were in a similar situation. Rahul unfortunately got out at 199, but you continued to plug along and score become India's second man to score a triple hundred. How big a moment was that for you?
Yeah, see, me and Rahul, we started cricket together in under 13, so we know each other from a really long time, possibly I think close to 20 years now. So we share that bond, and we don't, uh, when we get into bat together, we don't need to speak much, or we don't need to say too much to each other to understand what the other person is feeling. So we understand each other's game. We play accordingly. We play to the situation. We know what each other can do. So it is very important for me batting with him, because I really enjoy batting with him, and it also, like you said, brings out the best in me also. Whenever we have done that, so um, um, on that innings, I think again it was my third test match. Getting into the Indian team, a dream come true for any Indian cricketer to play test match cricket. Being able to put on those whites, put on that cap, get the test cap from Sunil Gavaskar, no better feeling. And then not to get runs in the first two games again. The same old feelings come back when am I good enough for test cricket? Am I going to get another opportunity? And luckily I was able to get another opportunity. And again, in a tough situation, I think England had scored 600 odd in that test match. Though we had won the series already, we all were still looking forward to winning the series 4-0, and that was something that was at the back of our mind. So, having said that, it was a situation where I walked in, we were 4 wickets down again for 250 odd. And to have Rahul there out there, it was uh, kind of a stress or a relief for me, because I knew that if I could spend some time there with him, and when I went him, he was already on 100. So if I could spend some time with him, uh, if I could settle down, I think I was thinking that we can still have a partnership here and get the team out of trouble. And that's how exactly it happened. And unlucky for him that he got out unluckily on 199. But I'm sure um, he's done great after that. Um, yeah, same thing, same feelings all over for me again. Once I got to 100, it was a huge relief to get uh, uh, 100 in Test cricket is a dream again for someone wanting to play Test cricket for India. So having done that, it was a relief, and then it was obviously looking forward to putting the team first, putting the team scores first, and try and getting close to England score. Um, and then it just went on with the flow. And once we had reached close to the score, it was time for us to press the accelerator and score as many runs as possible, so that we had enough time to get them out and try and win the series 4-0. That's when, in a matter of an hour, I think I got close to 300 from 200, which went really quickly, and I didn't even think about scoring a triple hundred for India. So it was something really. As I got closer to 300, is when I started feeling, I have a chance here, and this would be a great opportunity for me not to let go. And I was fortunate enough to, get to that mark and be only the second person to do it. Looking back, it truly feels special to know that only two people from India have done it.
You did it quite effortlessly. You had Sehwag who would get to his triple hundred with a bang, but you were doing it quite effortlessly. Did at any stage the scoreboard play a part in your mind at all? Did you ever look at the scoreboard and say that, I might get close here, I might get close here? Did it ever occur to you that day?
See, I would be lying if I said I wasn't looking at the scoreboard, But like I said, it was just about after crossing the 200, it was just about having fun and playing for the team scores to score runs quickly, and we had a certain amount of overs that we were given to score the maximum amount of runs. And as soon as I started scoring some boundaries, and things moved fast and really quickly, and before you know it, you're close to 290 and then you're already in that flow, and you're still going for the shots. And my partner at the time, Ravindra Jadeja, kept telling me that, don't be in a hurry, the team would wait for you. Like this, these kind of opportunities don't come too often, so he kept uh, pushing me to go through. And I was in the flow of just going after every ball. And luckily, when I calmed myself down when I was on 299, and I was just that is the time when I told myself that I can wait for an over or two, and then even if I don't get that one run for an over, I won't make any silly mistakes.
What was the reaction like, especially from Sehwag and from the others in the team when you got back into the dressing room?
See, everyone was. It was obviously a special moment. Everyone was really happy, and everyone congratulated me. I was very tired after that, so and I probably didn't wasn't um, very receptive to the feeling sinking in, and all that. So and loads of wishes after the day's play from everyone around the world, from everyone, all the legends in India. Sehwag putting up a video tweet um, saying congratulating me and all that. So it was a very special moment for me.
You became only the third man in history after Bob Simpson and Garfield Sobers to convert their maiden Test centuries into triple centuries. India won that series. You were also player of the match. Uh, when did you realize the enormity of the effort that you had put in?
I
When did
realized
it
the
sink in?
I think I realized the enormity of the achievement when I went back to the room, and I looked at my phone, and I had so many text messages and so many wishes and all over social media. And I was literally petrified at looking at my phone, and I didn't open my phone till about 10 o'clock that night. That's when I realized that or started to feel the enormity of the occasion or the achievement. And but to let it sink in, I think I took about a week to really actually, we had a match to win, so it wasn't enough time for me to look and think. We had to feel the next day, and we had to get the wickets that we needed, and then we were celebrating the winning 4-0 against England is no easy feat. So I think we were all in that mood. And once I got back home, I had to straight away rush off to play Ranji Trophy for Karnataka in the quarterfinals. Within the next day, I didn't even. I think I had a couple of hours at home, so really didn't have time to look back and think. Once unfortunately we lost in that quarterfinal of the Ranji Trophy, and then we had a bit of break, and that's when I could uh, sit at home and think about the achievement. So it took, like I said, it took a while for everything to sink in.
You made your ODI debut in the same year, earlier in the year. What do you remember most? That was against Zimbabwe. But what do you remember most about that ODI debut?
Again, that was the start of a dream coming true of playing for India, putting on that cap for India. We were a young team that went to Zimbabwe, led by MS Dhoni. Really lucky to have been part of a team that he was leading. So a really special moment. It was the start of a dream that went back 15 years. That we, as a boy, you start dreaming of playing for India. So to get that opportunity after having a really good IPL for Delhi was an amazing feeling, and to make that debut. And I think on debut I got 30. No, I think I got 20 or something, um, and wasn't able to get some runs. But yeah, it was a memorable moment. Uh, would love to play one day cricket as well soon. Um, so really looking forward to that.
Do you think the modern batsman has the pressure of trying to prove that he can play all formats, unlike the batsmen of the past?
I think I don't think that would be a fair comment to make, because these days there's so many opportunities as well to show what you can do as a batsman or a bowler. So there are lots more opportunities available to youngsters this in these times to make a mark in cricket, and show to the world that you can play in all formats. And um since there's so many opportunities as a cricketer or as a batsman, more as a batsman, I think you can tell yourself that you can play fearlessly, and you can express yourself in certain situations. And if you're able to do that, then if you can believe in yourself, you will come out on top of most of these situations.
You haven't played Test cricket for about 3 years now. You went on the England tour as well in 2018. How
Yeah.
difficult has this comeback process been for you? What have you been doing to make a comeback, especially into the Test match squad?
Um, it's about going back to basics, doing things that you did the first time that you had to play for India, is scoring a lot of runs in the Ranji Trophy, and that's the only focus at the moment, to score runs for Karnataka, and try and win trophies for Karnataka. Which in the last 2 years we've been knocked out in the semi-finals, and um, again, it's been two frustrating years for me, where I've been batting really well, but I wasn't, or I wasn't able to, get those big scores. So it's about, I did really well in the Duleep Trophy this year, and it was kind of a, you know, good feeling to, start the season really well, but really disappointed to not continue that in the Ranji Trophy, and make get some big runs. But it's again now preparing ourselves for the new season. Trying or working really hard on everything. Hopefully, we get an IPL this year, and hopefully, I can make sure that I get a few more opportunities this year for Kings 11 and do well there, and then everything kicks off from there. So really looking forward to it.
How big an impact has Rahul Dravid played on your career?
See, I think he's played a big role in me becoming the cricketer that I am today, because he was the one who gave me the opportunity in the IPL to play for Rajasthan Royals, and for a legend like him to show so much faith and trust in a domestic cricketer and me, was really satisfying, and was a wake up call to tell me that I do belong in the IPL, and I can play in the IPL. So it was really encouraging, and a confidence boost for me to get an opportunity under him. And ever since then, he's been someone that that I've always looked up to, and I've always looked up to him since the beginning. I started playing cricket, looking at him. He was from the same state, so we would always, go and watch him and go and watch him on TV. Watch how he conducts himself at the grounds whenever we had the chance. So really fortunate to get a chance under him, and um, I got 2 years under him in RR and then 2 years in Delhi Daredevil. So uh, really happy with how that went, and he's always been someone that I can call at any time and discuss things about my batting. And he's always said that you need to go out and express yourself in the situations, depending on the situations.
Final question. You've played in the IPL for three teams now: Rajasthan Royals, Delhi Daredevils, and Kings in Punjab.
Four teams,
You've
four
also led
teams, RCB also.
RCB as well. So you've also led Delhi Daredevils in a few games. What have you learned from your stints, especially from your captaincy?
Um, See, RR was a beginning. Being a domestic player and getting a chance in the IPL is a huge opportunity for any domestic player in India. You look forward to facing the best bowlers in the world, and then if you can do well there, you know that you can do well in international cricket, and that doing well for RR was one big moment for me where the confidence grew in me, saying to myself that I had the capabilities to do well in international cricket. And then when I was picked by Delhi, the first year was again a really good year for me. Um, Played really well, got a chance to make my India debut because I did really well for Delhi in the IPL. So, and then the second year, I had already made my Test debut and scored a triple hundred, and so everyone was now from being a domestic player, I had become a cap player, an international player, a Test player. So it was added responsibility, and I was given that responsibility, which I was really happy to take by Rahul Dravid, and even Zahir Khan really backed me and supported me in that situation. He was a captain in that season, but unfortunately he got injured in few games, and that's when I got the opportunity to lead Delhi Daredevils in the IPL. And uh, again, a special moment for any cricketer to lead a team in the IPL, and someone who like me, who was young and had just gotten into Test cricket, and to get given that opportunity by Delhi was something that I really cherish, and thank the Delhi franchise for giving me that opportunity, and also Rahul Dravid for having the faith again in me to lead a IPL team. It was a great experience to lead you know international cricketers onto the park, and so many different you know personalities and so many people from so many different teams, and real joy and uh, such a great experience for me as captain, to learn in situations where you have to make quick decisions and stay calm, and make the right decisions most of the time, because uh, those situations are high pressure situations and you need to do the right things at the right time. And I was pretty good in making some good decisions at that moment, and really something that I really enjoyed is captaining in the IPL.
Uh, how are you keeping yourself fit during this period of lockdown? Is it difficult to follow a schedule right now?
See, we're not having much skill work to do. It's just these are tough times for everyone. So it's a time where we need to respect what's going around, and make sure that you do the right things, and follow the rules and follow the guidelines from the government, and respect the people who are working tirelessly to protect all the people that are in trouble. So um, just using everything around you to stay fit and staying as healthy as possible, and then hopefully there's some light at the end of this tunnel, and then everything can kick on, and I hope that we can get back to normal days very soon.
Thanks a lot, Karun, for your time. Hope you stay safe and stay indoors. Hope you make a comeback to the Indian Test team very soon.
Thank you so much, Andresh. Pleasure. Nice talking to
Thanks a
you.
lot. Great.
Cheers. Bye.
Bye.